Hello everyone, I'm going to be reviewing Friday the 13th 3, or Friday the 13th Part 3 3D, or Friday the 13th Part 3 3D, or Part 3 is directed by Steve Miner, written by Martin Crozier, Carol Watson, Prota Prisco from Uncredited, based on characters by Victor Miller and Ron Kurz, produced by Frank Mercio Jr., starring Dana Kimmel and Paul Kachana, Krachaka, I forgot how to say that. Cinematography from Gerald Phil, edited by George Hyvey, music by Harry Manfredi and Michael Zager. Production companies from Jason Inc., distributed by Paramount Pictures, released August 13th, 1982. And for 95 minutes, the budget for this movie is $2.2 million, and the box office got $36.7 million. Plot. Following the events of the night before, a badly injured and unmasked Jason Voorhees goes to Lakefront store for a change of clothes. While there, he murders the store owner Harold and his wife Edna. Meanwhile, Chris Higgins and her friends travel to Higgins Haven, her old home on Crystal Lake, to spend the weekend. The gang includes pregnant Debbie, her boyfriend Andy, prankster Shelley, her blind date Vera, who does not reciprocate his feelings, and stoner Chuck and Chili. After running into a man named Abel who warns them to turn back, the gang meets Chris' boyfriend Rick at the destination. At the convenience store, Shelley and Vera get in confrontation with bikers Ellie, Fox, and Loco. Shelley gets into the car and knocks down their motorcycles, impressing Vera. Later, the bikers show up in Higgins Haven, where they take the gas out of the van and attempt to burn the barn down. To get even, Jason, who has been hiding in the barn, murders Fox and Loco with a pitchfork before beating Ellie unconscious. That night, Chris and Rick head out into the woods, where Chris reveals that she was attacked by a deformed man 2 years prior. That's the cast. Dana Kimmel as Chris Higgins, Paul Kachana as Rick, Tracy Savage as Debbie, Jeffrey Rogers as Andy, Catherine Parks as Vera Sanchez, Larry Zerner as Shelley, Richard Booker as Jason Voorhees, and more. Development. Initially, one of the earlier drafts by Part 3 was Jenny Amy Steele from the previous film being sent to the psychiatric hospital and confined there, suffering from the events of Part 2. She eventually finds out that Jason Voorhees survived from his wounded and tracks her down to the hospital, murdering the staff and other patients at the hospital at the time. Steele turned down the role due to her involvement in other projects, resulting in significant script changes. Steele recalled that they really wanted me for Part 3. They didn't have a script, but they were just going to show me some sort of the outline. Then my agents got involved, and I don't know if it was a money issue or a script issue, but I didn't do it. Screenwriter Ron Kurz, who had written Part 2, was offered to draft a screenplay, but also turned down the project. Husband and wife screenwriter duo Michael Costier and Cal Watson instead were hired to write the screenplay for Part 3, completing the first draft. Paramount subsequently brought in Proto to a Pope School to alter the screenplay and make it more sinister and menacing, though the final filmed version of the script contains significant cooperations from Pope School. He remained uncredited. Now, it's in my thoughts for this movie. Friday the 13th Part 3 is an okay movie. This is my least favourite of the franchise so far. Well, it's probably going to get worse, maybe, I don't know. I haven't really seen any of the Friday the 13th movies. But this movie could have been better. It didn't happen, unfortunately, but yeah, it was disappointing, but it was okay. It was an okay movie that would I rewatch it? Probably not. Probably would rewatch the original, to be honest, because the original was the better one that I've seen so far. But yeah, Friday the 13th Part 3, unfortunately, I did not really have a good time, but it's okay. It's okay. For my score for Friday the 13th Part 3, I'm going to be giving it a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Percentage, I'm going to be giving it a 57%. rate, I'm going to be giving it a C, and out of 10, I'm going to be giving it a 5.7 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed this review for Friday the 13th, part 3. Please subscribe to my channel, it'll be a big help. Thank you for watching, take care, peace.